Welcome to Pod Me If You Can, I'm David Farrell. Today's film stars Kevin Dillon and it's called The Foursome. And this is possibly one of the worst films you could ever watch.
Pardon me if you can. Movie reviews.
Based on a play by Norm Foster of the same name, Foursome is about four friends from high school that bring their wives and partners to a reunion. The four men decide to play golf on the nearby golf course the next day. The game spans multiple days while the wives and girlfriends amuse themselves. On the golf course, many secrets are revealed, including affairs and secret children. Now, Kevin Dillon is the best thing about this film, which is crazy to say. If you like golf, you'll probably hate this, because they play golf in the rain, in the snow, in the fog. They play it at night. Now, they obviously had to shoot this in the off-season. They needed a closed golf course in which to shoot this, which explains the terrible weather. We see some of them arrive to the reunion and park themselves outside, have a chat. Then they head inside, and the wives and girlfriends have split up from the men immediately. So one of the guys, we just meet him there. He's just there. We never have anyone say hello to him. He just happens to already be there and the scene started. And then we don't know which wives and girlfriends are with which men. They're talking about them, and we have to kind of piece it together as the night goes on. And it's really annoying. You don't get to know who's paired up. There's no context, and all the wives just go to their bedrooms and wait for their husbands. And so when the husbands go and knock on the door or open the door, that's when you finally figure out who's with who. The age difference between these actors is 41, 47, 52, and 56. And we're meant to believe that they all went to school together. There's amazing dialogue, like they talk about this swimming hole, which is on the golf course. The line is, "That swimming hole is a lot like a woman. Tonight it's beautiful, tomorrow it's a hazard." There's this really annoying feature that one of them wears a wig, and they all mention the weave, they all mention the wig, they all talk about how he's a guy in a wig, and they continually reference it throughout the golf games. Now what's annoying about this is, it's like a joke with no punchline. There's no removal of the wig at any time, and he doesn't confidently decide he doesn't need a wig anymore. So why have this? Why not just pretend it's his hair? Or make him bald? Neither affects the story. The music in this film is so in your face, it heavily affected my viewing. Kind of punctuates each moment very obviously. Now what's annoying is this is basically a film about golf with a bit of conversation on the side from the wives and girlfriends. And it's annoying because the stakes are purely financial. They have a wager on the golf game, so it's really hard to care, and at a runtime of 1 hour 18 minutes, most of it being golf, there's not much to this film, and I'm guessing it would have been a better play. Now the absolute worst piece of this atrocity of a film is when they hit a golf ball down the fairway and it hits both twins, identical twins, that are introduced earlier in a bar scene. It hits them both and knocks them unconscious. Now this is fine, except that there's a terrible bit of stunt driving from whoever the stunt person is, where you can obviously see she is not concussed, and she is not unconscious as she's supposed to be, and she's driving. She's using her hand back and forth to take very obvious turns and diversions to avoid trees, and making conscious choices, even though she's meant to be unconscious. It's really frustrating to watch. You can see her eyes are open. Then unfortunately, the worst continuity in the film happens right after that, when they're icing the twins' heads, and they grab some popsicles from, like, the golf cart has a, confection and ice cream area, I suppose, like a little compartment, and they go and grab some popsicles, and from one shot to the next, a popsicle changes from red to orange. The film features a song that bonded them through their schooling years. And the song is Bryan Adams' 18 Till I Die, that the IMDb trivia points out could not have ever worked in this film. They graduated as a class of 85, so it doesn't work because the song came out in 1996. This is not a good way to spend your time. Absolutely don't watch this. There's very, very few redeemable features in this film. The tagline, "A comedy with balls," is technically accurate because it is a film that features golf balls, but it doesn't feature any kind of ballsy or daring anything, which is what they're kind of conning you into believing. And the Rotten Tomatoes score of 17% is generous.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Check out our podcast at www.podmeifyoucan.com.